Hello every stallions, Handsome Jack Boy here, bringing you guys the third episode of my Borderlands, the pre-sequel Legendary Weapons Guide. And in this episode, I'm going to be covering the Thingy. The Thingy is a corrosive scav rocket launcher, and the prefix for mine is Heaped Thingy. The prefix for you guys might change. Now, as you can see there in the red text, it says, somebody ain't what they appear to be. That means that the Thingy is always corrosive. Upon impact, rockets fired will split into 3 small grenades that seek out enemies and explode on contact or after a set amount of time. Now, in order to obtain the Thingy, you're going to need to fast travel to Serenity's Waste, and the boss that drops this gun is called Iwajira. Now, Iwajira is going to be located right there on the map. Something of note is that Iwajira is kind of a challenging boss, so make sure you bring some pretty decent gear before attempting to take this guy on. I have had situations before where I just got completely owned. And try to get this thing at max level. Do not recommend trying to come over here and kill this guy, let's say on playthrough 1 or whatever, unless you really want this rocket launcher, but I definitely recommend waiting because the drop rates are pretty terrible now. Like, they never used to be like that, but for some reason, Gearbox or whoever decided to nerf the drop rates on this gun from 12% down to a really low percent, and it's just a lot harder to get this thing now. I don't know why they did that, but remember, Gearbox did increase the drop rates for all the legendaries in both Borderlands 2 and pre-sequel not too long ago, so that can kind of counteract it, but it's still going to be a little bit of a hassle to get this gun. It took me around 20 attempts to get it, so it might take you longer, it might take you shorter, I don't know, but as you can see, Iwajira is almost dead. And the weapon that I'm using here, by the way, is called the IVF. It's one of my favorite legendaries, at least so far, just because the amount of damage that it deals when you throw it. It's pretty much the baby maker of this game. All they really did is change the name from baby maker to IVF. I really think that's all they did, but as you can see, Iwajira did drop the Thingy. It is level 69, but I did scale it to level 70 with Gibbed. I hope you guys don't mind that. If that happens, I most likely will do that. I didn't change anything else. All I did was just increase it to level 70. That's just one level difference. But I didn't do anything else. I just didn't really want to keep farming for another one because it already took me a lot of attempts to get this one. But anyways, let's move on to the gameplay now, shall we? Now, there's not a usage and description section here on the wiki for the Thingy, but I will give you guys my opinion and just what I think about this gun. Alright, so this legendary rocket launcher is actually not that bad, but it's not that good either. It's kind of like in the middle of both of those, and using it is more or less down to personal preference, but you know, it's still pretty good, and I really like its special effect a lot in that when you shoot a rocket and it comes into contact with something, it then blows up into these little tiny grenades that home onto other enemies, dealing additional damage. That's definitely one of my favorite parts about this gun, is its special effect, but with it also comes some negatives. The first negative is, well, it's a scav weapon, meaning that you're going to run out of ammo quite often since it consumes a lot of ammo, and in this footage I ended up running out of ammo a lot, so I had to keep going back to the vending machines to buy some. You're going to notice that there is transitions here and there to cut those parts out where I had to go back and buy ammo. But another bad thing about this rocket launcher is the reload time. So since it is a scav, reloading definitely takes longer, but something to counteract that is the increased magazine size. That's really something that's pretty beneficial. You're still going to have to reload often, which is not good, but having that increased magazine size is always nice, especially for a rocket launcher. Now, you will notice that I am fighting Lost Legion troopers, so they do take increased corrosive damage when their shields are down, but the problem is with Ultimate Vault Hunter mode, their shields are resistant to corrosive, so I have to get through those shields first before they really start to feel the pain. Luckily though, that's not really an issue with this rocket launcher. Yeah, their shields are still kind of a hassle to take out, but I don't know, I'm not really noticing a whole lot of damage reduction against these guys' shields. So that's really a nice thing about it. They do still soak up a lot of the corrosive damage, but I don't know, I didn't really notice it a whole lot with this rocket launcher. Maybe it's just me. But anyways though guys, that's pretty much going to wrap it up for this video. I hope you enjoyed this. Be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe for more, and I'm out of here. Peace!